Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome, and welcome again on this gloomy day in
Yeah.
Atlanta. Weather sucks. My
Mhm.
attitude sucks. Um, my hair sucks. My outfit sucks. I didn't do a good job on my makeup today, so my makeup kind of sucks. It's just a sucky kind of day in Atlanta today.
My whole energy is just sucky.
Yeah, because it's not a nice day.
No.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's cloudy. It's
Dreary
early. It's
and
dreary. It's wet.
rainy-ish. Yeah. So please
I would never
excuse
survive.
us for being kind of, meh
Eh.
today. You ever had those moments when you just feel like everything can just happen? For me, I just been this way this whole week. I'm just saying like this. Any man that walks near me has gotten on my nerves. If you said something to me out of the way, you have gotten on my nerves. If you looked at me any kind of way, you've gotten on my nerves. Just the male species this week has gotten on my nerves. Even if you text me at the most ridiculous time of the morning, 2 a.m., and asking me what I am doing, you got on my nerves a lot.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I got a good night text message last night at like 1:15 in the morning. And I was like, mind you, this person maybe thought I was like out late. But even I felt crappy yesterday because I was dealing with allergies. I didn't take my allergy medicine like I should have. And there was somebody stinking up the room because it affected me. And by the time I could get home to take my medicine,
It was
it was too
too
late.
late. Yeah.
So now I feel okay, but it was like, ugh, yesterday my energy was just low and I was just tired and I just didn't have enough energy to do anything, even though I did go out to the restaurant yesterday. I had like no energy. And then, so they probably thought I was out like having a great time, but really I had been in bed for at least an hour and a half by that point. So,
Yeah. It just irritates me. The thought process behind it. Now, granted, sometimes I may be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes I might be in a very chipper mood. But don't just say what you're doing or WYD, and I'm like I'm in the bed, and then you just be like, okay, well, good night. You woke me up out my sleep.
mm-hmm.
Now I'm mad because I can't just go back to sleep if I'm awake, especially around
Yeah.
that time. It I get nervous. I'm thinking something has happened. And then I'm like, well, what do you want to talk about? Oh, nothing. I'm at work.
You know what? I don't. Okay, so I know some people who like put their phone on silent when they sleep or like, silence all their stuff. I've tried that one time and it silenced something that I missed my alarm the next
Yeah,
day.
I oversleep.
So
Yeah. So
I'm like, oh, I
I
have to
can't do
keep it
that.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it really made me mad. So I said, okay, what was the point of, I was like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Nothing, just your sleep. What do you want? You woke me out of my sleep. Obviously for something, not just to be like, you know what, I'm gonna see what she's doing. Well, sometimes you're up. What do you want to talk about? Because now, see, this is the stuff that I feel like men need to listen to. Clearly, you wanted something. You wanted to talk. We're not in the same city, so what is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, never mind. This is how I crash out. This is how I have an attitude. So I just said, all right, whatever. Good night. Well, I got something that I gotta attend to right now. You ain't have to message me.
Yeah.
If you already, that's the stuff. If you're busy, do not bother me, regardless of the time, circumstance, or whatever. If you are busy, you do not have to message me because clearly you are preoccupied.
I think that's the whole point of it, right? Is like You text when you're free. You don't text when you're busy
No,
because otherwise you'd be too busy to text.
exactly.
So that doesn't make any sense to me.
You didn't want to start an argument, so your best bet was to just say, I have something that I got to attend to, because you already know, well, she's mad because I text her at 2 in the morning, she was asleep, and I don't have anything to talk about because I'm at work. Newsflash, everybody don't be up when you're up. Sometimes just say hey.
You know,
Or
this
you
is
could have just had a cute little, oh, even though I didn't want anything, I just wanted to just make sure you was okay. Oh, I was just checking on you. What are you checking on me for? I'm good.
yeah, at 2 a.m. I'm fine. I'm probably in bed or
I'm
with someone
I'm
or like a friend. I mean, or I don't know. People do things at 2 a.m. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure
but
you're fine at 2
to
a.m.
check to see how you're doing. I'm like, I'm fine. Nothing is wrong.
That could have waited till 8 a.m.
I got a message. Well, what time do you have to wake up for work? I go to work at 8 a.m. By that time, you will be in the bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm. There are some nights where I try to stay up for those kind of messages. And then there's some nights like last night where I was just out. I was so out. I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning to a text message because I was so out of it. Like I woke up late, but like I said, I'm a very weather dependent person.
Mm-hmm.
If it is nice and sunny and warm, ooh, you're getting the best version of Sue you've ever seen. If it is cloudy and rainy and gross, you're getting the worst version of Sue you've ever seen. If it's cold, you're getting the blanket version of Sue you've ever seen. But yeah, I'm just so weather dependent that it's like that's how my mood goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm a weird person. Whoever does end up being with me, good luck. I depending on the weather is how I determine my mood. And then that's the mood of music that I also listen to during the day.
Oh.
So like most of the music I like is pretty upbeat. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
to listen to like slow, sad stuff. But I'm just usually a positive, upbeat type of person. So if it's like a day like today, I'm probably okay listening to a little bit of like Evanescence or
Okay.
maybe a little bit of Linkin Park. Like today is kind
Wake
of
me up inside, you know.
or maybe I listen to what is that song? That Daniel Pewter song. I think it's called like You Had a Bad Day. That like those are the kind of songs.
Oh.
Maybe I listen to Coldplay
So you
today.
had a bad day.
Yeah. I listen to Coldplay. I listen to kind of like things like that. When I'm in a great mood, I'm listening to Lil Wayne. I'm listening to Chris Brown. I'm listening to Afro beats. I'm listening to I never know how to say his name, but the guy we went to his concert, Ruger. I'm listening to Burner Boy. Ruger.
Ruger.
I'm listening to Burna Boy. I'm listening to Iastar. I'm having a great time. I am bopping. I'm chilling. I'm driving Akon, going 95 on a 65. But when it is not nice out, my mood is just completely
Is that
different.
little kitty that be driving with the look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. Let me get over to the left lane. Yeah.
It's a lot of
Oh, bitch, get
out
out
the
the
way.
way.
It's a lot of road rage.
I had a guy tell me
Mm.
one time he was following me and not in a creepy way, but I was driving somewhere and he didn't know how to get there and he didn't have his GPS on or anything, so he was like following me,
Mm-hmm.
and we like parked or whatever, and then he looked at me and he's like, "Kind of drive like a boy." I was like, "What does that mean?"
Right.
He told me I drive like a boy because I think he meant like I drive like a city driver. Like I kind of like weave in and out. I go fast. Or I like approach the light right when it cuts.
Okay.
Things like that. But I've just never had someone tell me that before.
Oh wow. Okay. Sure. Wow. That's I've
I
never
just
heard
didn't know that
nobody.
was a thing. I didn't know
Me
like you
either.
can daintily drive.
It's supposed to be
Like
all cute and do 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 do
you
driving
just like
down.
slowly press on your brake. Like how do you drive like a girl?
I guess you drive like the
I thought
speed
girls were
limit.
bad drivers. That's
I
what
know.
the
That's what men
the
always say.
stereotype
Yeah,
is,
women
right?
can't drive.
So then if that's the case, wouldn't I actually be driving like a girl, which I am?
You know, preoccupied doing stuff, fixing your makeup, putting on eyeliner,
Maybe that's what it is.
looking in your visor because you want to make sure your hair is fine. You know, drinking. You got your hand back here, dealing, trying to
Oh
figure
yeah,
out
you're trying to
your
grab your
purse,
purse. Yeah,
all that. You know,
maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but he was like, "Dang, you drive like a boy." He was like, "You were hitting all those lights. You were getting through all those lights in
I was
yellow.
swerving on the.
You were swerving left, right, left, right."
You was over there bent corner. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was not tailing people, but I was close. I don't know. Sorry, long tangent. But
That's
I just
okay.
thought it was very strange when he told me that. I've never had someone
Yeah.
tell me that. My dad does tell people that I'm a bad driver, but it's because he's slow and it's because I drive the speed limit. If not, I at least go 5 to 10 above the speed limit.
I
So,
I have driver anxiety. So when I go to a place where the speed limit is like 35,
oh,
I can't.
that's the reason I
I'm
couldn't move
so,
back to Alabama.
I'm so used to driving fast up here. So when I go home and my family's in the car with me, they're like, "Yeah, yeah, you've been in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my parents said the same thing.
just the way you drive is a little reckless."
My parents told me after a year of driving here that they were like, "Oh, you drive like a Atlanta City driver." But the worst part is when I went to go buy my car. I had my mom and dad came with me, and my dad, instead of telling people like, "Oh, she's such a great driver, she's going to take such great care of this car," he went around telling all the salespeople how bad of a driver I am. And I was like, "Why would you tell people that I'm trying to like buy a car from?"
Right.
But it was funny because then they were like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "She just drives a little rash." And the people are all like, "Oh, that's Atlanta, or that's like
Yeah.
city driving,
This
like
is
that's nothing."
normal.
Um,
We could be race car drivers the way we drive up here. I feel like I should be in F1.
yeah,
I could do it.
you know, okay. Speaking of F1, I feel like I didn't think that was like. I'm not saying it's not a sport, but I'm saying I didn't think it was a very like watched sport. But I'm meeting more and more people lately that I feel like are actually really into F1.
Oh
And
yeah.
I just didn't realize it was
Yeah.
so popular.
Yeah. It is. Especially overseas because of how the lanes are
Mm-hmm.
more narrow. But yeah, I actually wrote a paper on F1 about how it can be a little bit more publicized here,
Mm.
but it is very, very popular. More and more Black people are getting involved in it. I will say. I actually want to go to something like that just to see how the atmosphere is because people make it seem like it is huge and it is like this big soiree of stuff. So
You know, they have an F1 arcade somewhere here.
I want to go.
Yeah, it looks really fun. I actually would go
Yeah,
if someone will take me. But
they
I would
might.
actually go. I would go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, because I went to something recently where they were like the big advertising thing was that they had like a F1 car there, and it's funny. My friend and I just like took a selfie. We were like, I guess this is important, but like I don't watch it, so I didn't know. But I could see how it could be fun. You know, okay, there are some sports that are more fun to watch in person than there are to watch on TV,
TV. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I feel like that is one of those sports that I think would be more fun to watch in person.
yeah.
When I lived in Birmingham, a lot of people all the time used to go to Talladega because that's like one of the speedways. So we had a teacher who actually would have tickets to that every weekend because I think his daughter worked for them or something. And so he would always give tickets out, and I just never went, but I know that was like a thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Car racing is huge,
yeah.
especially if you're a car enthusiast and you love foreign cars. You know, your Maseratis, your Ferraris, your Lamborghinis, your McLarens, all of those.
And like car shows are a really big thing too.
Yeah.
Like
I like the
I
classical car shows. I love them.
I think it's because I just like I'm a true girl when it comes to cars. I just need a car that has an accelerator and a brake pedal and a Bluetooth system and
Four
a
wheels.
yeah 4 wheels,
You need
a
that.
back seat. I
Yeah.
like sedans. I like four doors. I don't like coupes. Um, I like moonroofs. I like a nice Apple CarPlay stereo system. I like a reverse camera. I like my navigation. Those are what I look for in my car.
The essentials.
Correct. That are probably like now all like standard on all cars, but like 10 years ago they weren't.
They weren't.
So
it's gotta have it now. Otherwise,
I'm like, I have an eco setting in my car, which I love. I have a sports setting.
We need that right now with the gas price.
Yeah.
I don't even think eco even works.
Yeah. I love my eco because that's when I get gas, is when it tells me I got reserve fuel, is when I'm like, oh. But yeah, so like I don't know the things that people look at when they look at car shows, or when they go to cars, like, or sorry, when they go to car shows to look at cars. I don't know what they're looking for. And I'm such a open, like, you know me, I'm a super open person to anything. If anyone tells me, let's go to this, I am your number one rally person that I will go. Even if it's something I really don't want to go to, I will go. The amount of concerts I've gone to that I don't really know them, I go. I go to random restaurants that I'm vegetarian. I can't even eat at, but I will go because maybe they got good truffle fries on the menu.
Right.
But so I'm like, I would go to a car show. I just need
to know what you're looking
to know
at.
what I'm looking at.
It's like you looking at the hood of the car, you're looking at the piston, you're looking at the hydraulic system, the engine, the V8. You want to hear it to see how it sounds when you crank it up. You're looking at the body of it, the type of the car it is, the year of it.
Like, I can appreciate a nice looking car. That I can appreciate.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know the differences about like specs and things. And oh, you know what I want in a man? I haven't talked about this before. Something I want in a man. I want a man to teach me how to drive manually. I want a man to teach me how to drive stick shift.
I learned, but it's so much that it's not really. You just got to make sure you put it in the right gears. Yeah. But it's just the way that it does. So it all depends on the car. But
I don't think I would like it, just because I don't like the sudden like jerk that you feel when you like switching gears. But I would like to learn, because I have a lot of family in Europe, and now they have more automatic cars coming out as well, especially since like they have all the electric cars as a big thing there now. But I would still like to learn, because if I ever go on The Amazing Race, they always make you drive a stick shift car, and I don't know how to do that. So I would just like have to call it Uber, and I would lose all my money.
If you get it in fifth gear to be able to drive it and be able to put it in first, it's not hard. I mean, the car is going to rev, so you'll know to change it. Yeah. And then just keep going, and then it revs again. But of course, you can hear, you got to make sure you got your foot on the actual clutch. Right. Because that's.
And you're always like holding on to the thing.
Gotta. Yeah. Once it's in the gear that it needs to be in, 10 and 2.
Yeah. I will say, though, I think it's easier to probably drive it here than it is in Europe, because it is just so different terrain, and the road capacity and spacing and all that is a little bit different. Like, there's one road, I'm pretty sure I talked about this on one of our episodes. There's a road in London where it's over a bridge, so there's only one car that can go at a time. It's short space, it's a short stance, but they don't have a traffic light to tell you like you can go or not, which I'm kind of like, hello,
how would you know?
How would you not do that
if somebody's coming the opposite?
Yeah, so like you kind of go, and then there's someone else there, and then they have to kind of like back up and let you finish so that they can come. So like with things like that, you can't just put it on cruise control. Like, you're gonna have to like learn.
You put it back in one, and then you just reverse it, and then it's okay. I want to learn a lot more of it because I like motorcycles and I want one. So I would have to know how to do it because of that. Because motorcycles, they run off of manual and clutches and everything. So that's me. So, one of these days, I'm going to get me one. I always wanted one. That was like my dream.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
Maybe in the next year or two.
Just don't be like one of those annoying motorcycle drivers that like tails people and weaves in and out.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. I I wouldn't. I don't want to be that person, but I want to just cruise on the weekends. Sometimes just let's just go
Mm.
ride on the countryside in my motorcycle.
Mm.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. Okay. I can see
Brings
that.
back childhood memories. My
Yeah.
dad used to do that with me.
Okay. Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't really have anything to say sports wise. Sports is happening, like always.
Yeah, the playoffs is going on. WNBA started the regular season this weekend.
French Open starts pretty soon for tennis, but Nadal's not in it, and Alcaraz is hurt, so I think he's actually skipping it this year. Um,
Shoot, the NBA draft coming up next month. Football season getting ready to start up.
Oof, thank God.
Drop the season schedule. So whatever team you like, whoever you like, go ahead on and start looking at what games you want to go to. Let's see. Baseball is happening.
It is happening. Braves are doing really well. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah.
I hear that you've won all your series so far. Well, up until at least last week or so, because that was the last I heard it. So good for you.
What other stuff is going on? World Cup getting ready to get started next month.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And of course, Atlanta is so last minute that they're like doing everything now.
That they should have done a while ago.
Yeah, yeah.
They want to get the streets together.
Yeah, I think there was all these rumors that it would get moved, but it's like, no, it's happening now.
It's happening.
It's happening.
What else? That's as far as sports wise.
Yeah, I think F1 happened
Yeah.
last week. Something in Miami happened, I think. The big F1 in Miami. And then there was some golf tour happening last week because I went somewhere and they were showing it on TV.
Is it the U.S. Open? No, the U.S.
I don't think it's this soon after the Masters. It's something else. It was something else. I don't think. I don't think it was that. Atlanta United has another game today, but they still suck, so does it really matter? Apparently, the tickets today were also like $30 or $35. So, but hey, it's Health Appreciation Night. So if you're a healthcare worker, and actually you're gonna miss it because we're not gonna film or post this till tomorrow. But just kidding. Otherwise, I would have said could have gone, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well, other than Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, get your mom some gifts. Show her that you love her. Show her that you care.
Or if you have an Indian mom, just call her and tell her you love her because she won't want any gifts and she'll get mad at you for spending money on her. Literally. Like every Indian person I talk to, they're always like, my mom just gets mad I bought her flowers because they'll die. Or she got mad that I bought her a box of fruits for $100 because she said that was a waste of my money.
Oh.
So just at least tell your mom you love her, you care. Thanks for bringing me in this world.
Black moms are different. They love gifts.
No.
They want to be showered on that day. Unless you don't have a really good relationship with your mom, get your mom something. For the ones that you like, what do you give the person that has everything? Your time.
Mm-hmm.
Showing
Seriously, actually, yeah, that is so true. If you're not a big like phone talker, talk to her on the phone for an hour. If you guys don't even live in the same place,
Yeah.
I FaceTime my mom this morning, and I don't FaceTime my mom very often, but I call her every day. So this morning, I was kind of like, "Hi, I haven't seen your face in 3 months, so I just kind of wanted to FaceTime you today."
Right. Yeah. So, yes, those of us who no longer have our moms, this isn't really. It's a kind of a bittersweet kind of moment because you can think about all of the good times and all of the memories that you had, but check on your friends that have lost their loved ones. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Sometimes we're not in the right headspace, but we're here. And it's also Mental Health Month.
Yes.
So this can also bring up some very, very hard and traumatic times. So just check on your strong friends, check on your weak friends, check on your friends,
check on your single friends because, hey, check on your friends whose parents or family are also long distance because I had so many people, I think somebody was like, "Oh, I'm going home on Sunday." I said, "Oh, why?" And she said, "It's Mother's Day." I was like, "Oh, shoot. I forgot because my parents don't live here."
Yeah.
So check on everybody, make sure everyone's okay. I had a friend text me this morning. She was like, "I feel really bored by myself and I feel lonely." You know what I told her? I said, "You can reach out at any time. I am happy to get on the phone with you. I am happy to go on a walk with you or spend time with you or whatever it be."
Yeah.
Like,
so it is a very, very trying time. But
yeah. It is also Asian um Pacific Islander month. I know.
Sorry.
Since we're talking about months.
Yeah.
So, check on your Asian friends and Asian Indian friends and Asian Middle Eastern friends. And can't remember the other countries in Asia right now, but check on them.
Check on your American Samoa friends, all the Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
All of that. Check on everybody. How about that?
Yeah, your phone's going to be a little busy the next couple days. I actually have a text I haven't responded to from 3 days ago because, okay, so I used to be better about phone calls, right? I have a lot of friends who don't live in Atlanta. I'm not bragging, I'm humble bragging. I've just gone through a lot of different phases of life and a lot of different schools. And so I've just made different friends throughout the time. But I'm really good about keeping in touch with people. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't necessarily lose friendships. I don't stop talking to people unless, like, I don't really stop talking to friends unless there's something that happened or a fallout or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of friends who like just don't live here. So I have to reach out to them, but sometimes it's just really hard to just sit on the phone and talk for a couple of hours. Because when I talk to my friends, it's not a quick 15-minute conversation. It's like hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, because we're catching up every few months. So my friend last week, she texted me and she said, "I'm texting you because I haven't heard from you since January, but I hope that you're okay. And I know you're a better texter." And I said, and I literally texted her back in an hour. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a really bad person when it comes to phone calls, like for long distance phone calls." So then we've just now been texting each other our life. So I sent her 3 long messages about everything going on with me since January. And she has been sending me the same. So we're like, okay, we're still keeping in touch with what's going on, but we're just sending it via text. So I just haven't had a chance to message her back, but I will. And if she watches this, she knows who I'm talking about. But I will. That's my plan later today when I have some time to respond to like 5, 6 messages. So I'm really good about responding to the one message, but I'm not good at responding to the long.
It does take a while, especially if you got to sit there and read it, and then you got to figure out, okay, do I respond? Is this something that needs to be responded back to? And
especially when you have multiple, like sometimes like you can't. It's hard to type because you're looking back to read what they said.
Right.
And so luckily, like on my laptop, I can answer my text on my laptop.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if it's like big messages like that, or I know I have a lot, I'll open up my laptop and respond rather than like do it on my phone. But I don't really sit and use my laptop much anymore. Like I don't have a need for it at work. Sometimes I pull it out, but like on the weekends, like I mostly don't have any. I'm not at the point anymore of my life that I have laptop work to do. So I don't really just like have it out all the time. So I just have to make time. But that's what adulting is, making time for people that you care about. Right. Even if you have a busy life, you still make time for the people you care about.
Sure.
So,
and that's in text messages as well, because
that's in any form of communication.
Someone talk about that, and they were just saying that you have a busy life, so it's not like you're trying to ignore them, but it's just you gotta be able to fit in so much in such a cramped time, that you just if you're not doing it intentionally to ignore them, but it just so happened at the time it could have caused you to forget. And then sometimes you just go back like, oh, dog, I thought I responded back.
And sometimes it's a mindset thing again. Like you have to be in the mindset to sit here and read all these messages.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're in the middle of a movie. My mom, yesterday, I called her and I was talking to her about my day. And then midway through the conversation, I wanted to tell her one more thing, but then she was like, "Hey, can I actually call you back?" I was like, "Why? What's going on?" Like, once your mom's reached a certain age, their life should just revolve around you. Like, they should just want to answer your phone call. They are waiting for you to call because that's all they want to talk to. And that's what your life should revolve around. So when you're a daughter or a son and you call your mom and she doesn't answer, your immediate thought is, what is she doing? She's either showering, she's in the bathroom, she's praying, she's making lunch. What else is she doing?
She should be doing nothing else.
Right.
You should be answering the call.
You should be answering my phone call.
Yeah.
So then I tell her this all the time. Like, she'll laugh if she sees this too, because I say it all the time. And she's like retired as well, so it's not like she's my mom's like not going out to work,
so she's free.
So she is at home most of the time, unless she's like out shopping or with her friends or something. But I know at like Friday at 3:30, she should be home, right? So I called her and she's like, "Yeah, like, can I call you later?" I was like, "Why? Like, you just talked to me for 15 minutes. Why can't you talk to me for another 5?" And she's like, "Well, I just like, I'm watching this movie and it just got to this like really good suspenseful like cliffhanger." And I was like, "Mom, is this movie on YouTube?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "So do you have the movie on pause right now?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "So then you actually could talk to me for another 5 minutes?" She said, "Yeah, but I just want to know what happens in the movie."
Yeah. What you have to say is not as important as the movie.
Cliffhanger in the movie.
Let her watch the movie and she will call you back.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you forget what you want to say, or like you're not going to remember if you call me back. So I even do it at work sometimes. Like, I know it's their lunch break, but sometimes I have something in my head. And if I don't say it at that moment, I'm going to forget. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, I know you're eating, but like, don't forget, like, we have to do so and so." And they're like, "Yeah, sure. I'll turn on that thing later," or like, "Yeah, it's fine." I mean, I guess I could write it down, but I don't like writing. So put it in your phone as sometimes a note. I have post-it notes. Yeah. It's just easier this way.
It's okay. I mean, we all been there.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to feel like you're not important to your mom. Right. My mom did that to me one time. I was like, "Excuse you?"
Did your mom ever talk to you on the phone, but then if one of your brothers called, she was like, "Oh, your brother's calling. Let me call you back"?
If she was expecting a call, yes.
Okay.
But no, because one of my brothers lived there, so he never really had to call her. But if he wanted to talk to her, she'd be like, "Hold on, your brother wanted to tell me something." I'm like, "Go ahead and talk to him," because I already know he don't really talk to you unless it's something that's either good or bad. So go ahead.
Right.
But when it's my oldest brother, has she ever told me because Mark called? I don't think so.
Okay, because my mom used to do that shit all the time. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have an older sister and she lives in a different state, and she is a very busy person. She is a very busy career. She's married, she has multiple children, like, she's a very busy person. Uh-huh. But a few years ago, my mom, every time I would talk to my mom and my sister happened to call, she would say, "Oh, sorry, your sister's calling. I got to hang up."
No, I think if my brother did call, she would be like, "Oh, your brother's calling," and I'd be like, "Okay, well, go ahead and talk to him." That's what I would do. And then she'd be like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead," because it's something. Yeah. Clearly, he's calling you for something to tell you. Yeah. And then, of course, she'll be like, "Well, I'll call you when I'm finished," and sure enough, she'll do that. Or
it could be different. Even, I mean, it could also be different because it's a different dynamic too, right? With like your brothers, like your sons versus your daughters. So maybe it's because it's 2 daughters, but yeah. So she would do that, and like after the 3rd or 4th time of her doing that in the same week, I literally told my mom, like, "Look, I get it that I am the single one and I don't have children and I have an 8 to 5. Like, I get it, right? But you still this is rude as hell. Yeah, this is so rude." And you need to treat us equally. I get it that she only calls you when she's free, but I also only call you when I'm free. And I think my parents have made me like the readily available child because I'm like the single one and I live by myself. Uh-huh. And all of those things that Indian parents do to their children. So So yeah, finally I had to be like, look, this is rude as hell. You can tell her to call her back and you need to talk to me. This is mean.
Right.
And so
You
then
need your
after that,
time.
yeah. So then after that, she stopped doing that, which I really much appreciate because sometimes now if she does call, I'll be like, oh, you know what? Like you said, you talk to her, I'll call you back.
Yeah.
Or sometimes she'll merge our calls. So all three of us are on the phone and that's fine. Um, but it just pissed me off. But she'd be like, your sister's calling, bye. Like, I'll call you later. What about my valuable time?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, my mom, I kind of feel like I was the favorite,
Mm,
but she did give all of us equal attention,
yeah.
so we never had to feel like one was better than the other. I think my brothers, well, I think my middle brother kind of did feel like me and my oldest brother were the favorites, but
Mm.
anywho, that that was just him.
I think I always felt like I still know
That she loved
that my dad's favorite is my sister. I'm positive on that. He can tell everybody that I'm the favorite, but I know my sister is his favorite. And with my mom, I think I'm now becoming her favorite only because my sister is much older than me. So, you know, they had their time bonding and everything when they were young. But then after she left the house, um, she's just kind of always been on the move.
Uh-huh.
And I think because there was so much more time when my mom and I were on our own, like when my sister had already gone to college, she wasn't living at home anymore. And so I think that's why like we
Y'all
have
bonded.
a different bond than
Yeah.
my sister and her, you know, and my and I think I kind of pushed the envelope a little bit because I was the younger child. So like I actually talked to my mom about dating or now I like can kind of talk freely to my mom. This morning I was talking to my mom about something. I was like, I was talking about something, and we were both like, it feels weird. It's like we're giving a send away. Like we're talking to my grandpa just moved, and we were talking about, we're like, oh, it kind of feels like we're like sending off our teenager to college, you know, like the way that we're kind of like, hope you're okay, like take care of yourself, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, it feels like we're like giving the like go home or like you're sending your college kid away, except for the not the sex talk. And my mom just like burst out laughing. So I was like, see, our relationship is a little bit different because I think
You
we
can
push the
show.
envelope a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's just I think my personality that she's used to. I think I can be a bit more candid with her than maybe my sister felt like she could growing up because I think she had the burden of being the oldest and I kind of just came out of there like just like whatever. So I
Yeah.
don't know. But sometimes I think about that.
Yeah, because your parents do learn with the first child and then their second, third, fourth, fifth, how
Yeah.
many kids they have. So,
Well, my sister was a it is not was. My sister's a very good person in the sense that like she studied on her own. She did a lot of stuff on her own. Like
oh,
she just
okay.
like went and took her SATs and came back and had a great score. Or like she just like went to practice for musical theater and then just like came home. Like she
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of stuff on her own in that sense and didn't really necessarily involve my family a lot in
Oh,
it.
okay.
And like with me, I kind of was like, Mom, I need you to drive my friends. Like, Mom, I need you to take us to the mall. Like, Mom, I need
Yeah.
you to drive me. Like, she had to force me to study for my ACT because I didn't want to. So I think because like
You were the
they,
rebellious one.
I was the rebellious one. 1,000%. I still consider myself the black sheep because I went into a different healthcare field. Um, but I think they just weren't used to me as this loud, outspoken, like, don't give a shit type of person. I was the funny one. I made everyone laugh. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that was just my personality as like the whatever kid. And I think I still am that, but I think both my parents understand that like they can depend on me and rely on me and like if I don't answer the phone, then either they know I'm busy or something is wrong.
Gotcha.
Whereas with my sister, because her life is so involved and busy, they just appreciate when they get a call from
Yeah.
her or like, um, you know, whereas that dependability may not be as much there just because she has her own life and her own family and all of that too.
Gotcha.
So it's just a little bit of a different dynamic. So I wouldn't say that I'm my mom's favorite. I don't think I am, but if you ask other people, I think they say that I am. I have had people tell me that when I'm on the phone, I sound the same that I'm talking to my mom that I do when I'm talking to my friend. And I think that's such a valuable thing to say is just because I do love that relationship that I have with her now as adults. I
Yeah,
think
you
like
can
you
talk freely as an
Mhm.
adult than you could as a child.
Right.
Because,
You still see them as your mother figure who's going to scold you or
yeah,
tell you you're doing wrong or
yeah,
um
yeah.
but it's a little different now. Okay, we're gonna get off on, you know what? It's Mother's Day. Let's talk about moms a little bit. So, I this week in particular, my parents have been receiving some messages from fellow friends of boys that are looking to get married. And they are, I guess, sending out their bio datas and photos and stuff to these people. And these people are contacting my parents because
For you?
Mhm, for me. And it's just been kind of funny because they've been contacting, and then my mom has been like sharing details and photos with me. But I think the funniest part of it is they they've been sending me these photos and they've been telling me the information. One of them, they told me all the info and stuff, and I immediately was like, no. And then they sent the photo, and then it was like a double no. And then they sent, and then
So it's
my
like a little cue card, like a little profile.
no, it was literally just a photo. Like it was just like a camera photo that they just like forwarded to me. But I think these people actually talked to my parents on the phone and told them the information. And then like information in the sense of like how old they are, what job they have, where they live, where their parents live, what type of like Indian that they are.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh,
I think
wow.
that's all the information I got, actually. I think that's it. So it was just like basics. But it was really funny because my dad doesn't get involved in a lot in my life. We have a very mutual closed relationship. Like we contact each other when we want to tell each other something,
Mhm.
but we don't have the like yip yap and gab relationship that my mom and I have,
Oh,
right?
okay. I got you.
So my dad, oh, the sun's coming out. My dad called, so my mom called me to tell me about one of these guys.
Uh-huh.
And within 10 minutes, my dad calls me and he's like, so how are you feeling now that you're getting better from your sickness? And I was like, I'm still recovering.
Mhm.
And then he was like, okay, well, so yeah, there's this boy. I was like, I know
Oh,
this is why
God.
he's calling. I don't know why he just doesn't say it. But he was like, yeah, so there's this boy. And he like gave me the info and he's like, this is where his parents are from. I was like, okay, cool, don't care, next. And he was like, and he like has this job as a so and so. And I was like, okay, cool, don't care, next. And he was like, yeah, that's all I know. And I can send you a photo. I was like, okay. So, like, dad, does he watch sports? He was like, I don't know. I was like, do you know how tall he is? I don't know. Do you know
No
what he
type of
does for his
vetting.
free time? I don't know. Um, like, it was literally like zero information.
Y'all didn't vet at all. Y'all just whoever, whatever eligible bachelor.
Yeah.
Y'all just. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. I was just like, what am I supposed to do knowing that his parents live in so and so state?
This
How
information.
does that make me want to date this person? Like, and then I was telling them, I was like, funny enough, people I have talked to, I actually don't know where their parents live, and I've been on 3 dates with them. So,
Right.
like, why would I now care for that information? But I think it's because I've told them in the past that I don't want to be with anyone from India in the sense of like that was born, brought up there, lived there, still lives there type of thing. And so I think they were trying to tell me that, like, oh, well,
They
him
live
and his family
here.
live in America. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but like,
What else?
I don't know anything about this person. So like in a sense, I get more from the dating app than I got from this.
That is so cute, though.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
cute.
like they're cute. They're really trying, and then they got upset with me, I think, because I was like, no.
You was rejecting everything that they
Yeah, and
said.
they're like, but we're really trying, and it's like it's okay. Like I appreciate you trying, but I am totally content and I am fine and I know what I'm looking for and I know what I like.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like that's great that there's something happening, but like it's really okay.
And it's not them.
And I think they're just disappointed because they just really want me to be happy and married, and they think that by me being married I'll be happy without realizing that I actually am happy.
Right. Yeah.
I'd rather be happy and single than be
Unhappy
unhappy and
and
married.
married. Yeah. Because that's harder to get out of
Yeah.
because of all of the legal stuff and
Right.
personality and
But even that,
revenge.
it was actually so like the reason I brought that up is because what was nice because I felt like I got to have like a very candid conversation with my mom afterwards, and she was like, "Don't reject people just because of their face." And I was like, "That's not really the whole reason. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, but also like sometimes you can just tell from a picture like that you're compatible, that you're not compatible, that you are attracted to the person, you're not
Yeah.
attracted to the person. If you're not attracted to the person, why would I continue to talk to the person? Is my thing,
Yeah. There's
right?
gotta be some I mean, there's gonna be some type of attraction to the person
Yeah,
that is physical.
correct. And
It's something about the
because
person
I
that you
literally
like.
told my mom, I was like, I need to be at least somewhat physically attracted by looking at these photos because I have to sleep next to the guy every day, and I don't want to wake up every day like, ugh. So I'm gonna have to like find him semi attractive. But it was nice because we had like a candid conversation, and I was like, that's that, and I was like, I know what I'm kind of looking for, and and she kind of, I think she finally understood because I think initially they get really upset and really heated and really disappointed and irritated, so their emotions are like here. And it's like I'm saying the same thing to them when they're here
Uh-huh.
compared to when they're here, but it's like they don't want to
They
hear
don't want to
me
hear it.
when I'm here. They don't want to listen when I'm here. But when I'm here or when they're here, then they're willing to listen.
Right.
So then once I explained that, like, don't give out my info to people that I don't know. Don't give out my info to people unless you ask. And
Right.
I say yes and whatever else. They were like, and I was like, this is why I said no and all that. Then she was kind of like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, and see, it's just great, and it really is nice because when you have those nice adult relationships as you get older, you really do value um, the relationships with your parents or your siblings or your aunts and uncle. Like you really cousins, you
Yeah.
really value that. I think the older you get
Yeah.
compared to when
Because
you're
it does take time to grow that
yeah.
and be in that space with them. Because for me, being that I'm the only girl, although I have an older sister from my dad,
Mm-hmm.
the dynamic isn't the same as it is with my brothers from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can talk on the phone for hours.
Mm-hmm.
When we were kids, my brothers were close,
Mm-hmm.
but because I was the youngest and I'm like 4 and 5 years younger, there was a connection, but it was only because I'm their sister.
Yeah.
I hung out with them. They didn't want me to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Now I can hang out with my brothers and it's totally fine,
Mm-hmm.
even though we still bump heads and stuff because they feel like I'm trying to mother them. But I'm like, I'm literally just being your sister and I'm being protective, and y'all are doing the same thing for me.
Right.
So leave it alone.
Right.
But now that it's just the three of us, because both of our parents
mm-hmm.
are passed away,
Mm-hmm.
we all we have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, okay, now we're building on the adult sibling relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to make sure that we try to be as available for each other and being in each other's lives.
Right.
Yeah, we bump heads, but it's just because we got all three different personalities, which is, I was telling my aunt this. I was like, each of us has a part of our mom in us, and I can see it. I'm like, oh, now I
Mm-hmm.
see. Yeah, she,
Mm.
all three of her. It's made in three of her kids.
Yep.
Because we got it. Mm-hmm.
See, I look like my dad, but I'm personality wise like my mom. I'm like ditto my mom. My mom's just a little bit more shady than I am, but I'm ditto my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sister looks just like my mom, but her personality is 100% like my dad.
Mm.
So it's just a little opposite.
Yeah. I identical to my mom. Mm. The only thing is she was just a tad bit lighter than me, and her hair was probably a little bit brighter than the number 30 I got in my head right now. She was a 27. So I talk like her, I look like her, I have mannerisms like her. My attitude is like her. My oldest brother looks like her. He's just darker because they took my dad's complexion. I took my mom's complexion. My middle brother, although we all look similar, he looks more like our dad. He acts like our dad, but his creativity is our mom. My oldest brother is my mom all the way mouth, the one that's gonna always speak up, speak out loud, take up for everybody. I call him the militant one, even though he was in the military. But he's the militant one, meaning that he's gonna speak regardless. You gonna hear him, and he gonna stand up for what is right. He don't care how it's gonna hurt you. He is blunt, uh, and honestly, it's like to a point where it's like you tone it down a little bit. But that's my mom, so I understand it because I sit there and be like, okay, you talking to me, you forgot the attitude gonna come out because
Right.
the way you talking, I can give it right.
Right.
So, but yeah,
all that to say, we love you, moms.
Love you, mommy in heaven. I know you always are watching down on me, so I'm hoping that I'm making you proud and everything that you taught me, it is coming out full throttle. You always told us to use our voice, so I'm using my voice now because there was times when I didn't. So love you.
Love you.
Miss you.
Okay. So one thing real quick that we'll kind of talk about is I think a little bit of differences between men and women. Mainly, we were talking about this today. We talked about attitudes. I think men and women are a little different. Like I said, I am a weather dependent attitude person. And I think women are more like that. I think we're seasonal. I think we are a little bit more like that. I think men are always just kind of like, going with the flow. What are we doing today? Oh, I'm getting up now. Like it's a very like type of attitude. We were talking about pain tolerance the other day. Men and women pain tolerance completely different. I see it all the time in healthcare. Like men are such babies in the care.
Oh my god.
Compared to the women because we already deal with a lot of pain.
Right.
So we kind of can take a little bit more.
Yeah. They come in there. Oh my god. It feels like I'm having a baby. You don't even know what it feels like to have a cramp. Stop that. Oh, now I understand. We all say when y'all going through labor.
No.
You have a cavity.
It's also not the same.
It is not.
Yeah, I had someone tell me that like I used to have people tell me that like it hurt less to get shot than have their toothache. And I was like, dang. So you really couldn't have a baby.
Because I mean, yeah, if you got an entry wound and it's gone out, then yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna feel? There's nothing else. There's nothing there.
That too.
So it might sting.
That too. But yeah, I just think the pain tolerance level is different. I was watching this video where it's these guys that I really like their podcast. I like watching their clips, and they put the monitor on.
Oh, the cramp simulation.
Yeah,
the thing.
Yeah, and they like try to see how they feel with the cramping. And at like level 3, they were like, "Oh, turn it off, turn it off."
And the girl, did you see one with a girl? She was just like,
yeah,
keep turning it up.
Right.
And he was like, I got it on 10. She was like, turn it up.
Right.
We have to deal with so much in our bodies. And I also think that what guys don't understand when it comes to the physical feeling of it is also the emotional side of our hormones, because we can be up, we can be down, we can be mid, we can just it takes a toll. And when you're in your mid ages and you're in that Perry zone, Perry likes to show her ass. And Perry does things that you are not prepared for. So it comes with a lot of mood swings, highs, lows,
temperatures.
Ooh, we catch
You know, everyone keeps making fun of Angela with her fan on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just want to say I vouch for you. I am not going through that, but I carry my fan everywhere. You know what? It's just a really hot place. And I think everyone should have a fan on them. They are very cheap on Amazon. So go get you one and stop shaming people for having a fan because you're just jealous because you want one. The amount of times I've taken my fan places and been like, oh, that's such a great idea. Yeah, I know. Too bad you didn't think of it.
Cause that heat hit you.
It does.
I get hot at night at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just waking like, oh my god, I gotta get out of
I
that.
wake up like sweating sometimes.
That
It's hot.
is, and then it can be freezing cold somewhere, and you be like, I am hot, and everybody's like, it's freezing cold. It is hot. My body is hot. All I feel is body temperature. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel none of it. But then I get that chill, and I'm like, ooh, I'm okay now. But when you catch that heat, it's
Yeah, and you don't know what you're gonna do.
because you really don't know how long it's gonna last.
You can't take your clothes off in public.
No, although I would love to, just to keep myself cool.
Right.
Like if I could just go naked for 5 seconds, I promise I'll put it back on.
I know.
I just
sometimes myself. I just want to like grab a water bottle. Like I said, I'm not going through it, but I do get hot. I think I'm hot natured. And so I get really hot. I sweat really easily. See, once again, these are all not like attractive characteristics about me. But whoever does end up with me, you're getting a great personality. But yeah, like I just feel like I want to like grab a water bottle and just like dunk it on me.
One time.
Yeah.
That's why I will tell you, this is one of the reasons why I don't like PDA. Because
it gets hot.
Especially in the bed. We did do you on your side, I'm on my side. Please don't roll over and try to bring your hot body on me because I'm already hot. I'm probably gonna be hot. I need to be comfortable, and if I can't roll over to the other cold side of the bed on my side because you're right there and your body heat, and then you just trying to rub, that's friction. We're not trying to start a fire.
I know. I will also say too, they say it's better for you to sleep cold. So I feel like if it's also really, really hot,
I can't sleep.
And then yeah, like you have trouble sleeping.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm going to toss. I'm going to turn. I'm going to whine. I'm going to be irritated. And for me, my mood is based on how I sleep. So if I don't sleep calm, peacefully, and get at least my 7 to 8 hours, I'm gonna be a little bit moody. However, I'm not gonna be as bad. Now I know some people like my cousin. She wake up with an attitude every day. I don't know what it is about her and waking up. I don't know if she don't like to get up in the mornings. She's not a morning person. I'm a morning person, but I just feel like throughout the day, my mood is going to change, especially if I'm extremely tired. So let me get some sleep. Any of my friends from college will sit here and tell you I had a strict sleep pattern. If I was not in the bed by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and by 12 o'clock, my TV is off and I've turned towards the wall and you're in there still talking, guess what's going to happen? I'm not saying nothing to you. I'm already asleep. And my friends are like, oh, she didn't turn her back. Yep, it's time to go. Because if we stay in here and she roll over and she look at us, she's going to curse us out. So we're going to go ahead on and go. Bye, Adrianne. Bye. Yep.
I'm a 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. person. I thrive at 6, 7 p.m. I thrive at, yeah, that's pretty much my schedule. 10 to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. is my like best time that you're going to get from me. 8 a.m. I'm still tired. Don't talk to me. Don't come to me with problems.
Yeah, I can concur about that because you did not like coming into work at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. And we already got patients there. But sorry, they came in before I was in.
Yeah, I'm not an 8 a.m. person. I'm better about it now because because my schedule is 8 a.m. every day.
Right.
Then it was like once a week. so I was not.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 8 a.m. at least 4 days a week,
You're okay.
I'm better. Like now I naturally sometimes wake up at 7:30 and I have to force myself to keep sleeping. But my like prime hours that you're gonna get the best juice out of me is 10 a.m., 10 p.m. 10 p.m. my brain's shutting down. I'm listening to you, but I need some sugar in me or I will stop listening to you. I will be very sleepy. I am ready to go. If we're just sitting in a chair and we're just sitting and we're kind of just like this at the bar, I want to go home because I need something to keep my attention going, attention moving.
Yeah.
And then 12 midnight, ooh, if I'm still out, then that is where the night needs to end. Midnight is where I need to go home because midnight is when that is prime time for me to be in bed, for me to, scroll a little bit on Instagram, for me to send any last minute text messages.
Just
midnight
decompress. Yeah. Yeah. That's and 10 o'clock for me.
Yeah.
About 10:30.
Weeknights, I'm like sitting in my bed by 10,
yeah.
10:30. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the bed by 9:30, 9:45.
Yeah.
10 at the latest.
Yeah.
And me and Oreo's my cat, y'all. He's right there too. So he knows between 10 and 2, we're both. 2 o'clock is when he is up. Mommy, hey, you awake? And I'm like, when I open, I'm like, no. And then, of course, I got to be up with him because he's going to be having the Zoomies for about 30 minutes. And then he's going to get back into bed and he's going to go to sleep. And then about 6 o'clock again, he's going to have the Zoomies again. And at that time, I'm already mad because I'm like, I have another hour to be able to sleep and you up in here in my face. Right. Like, hey. But anyway.
Oops. Oh, well, we'll get it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it went. Thanks.
So, sleeping patterns. Like I said,
sleeping patterns are different. I know some men who like wouldn't sleep. There's one guy who's like, I get 2 hours of sleep a night.
Ain't no
I was
way.
Like, huh?
Ain't no way.
How?
Ain't no
How
way.
are you functioning?
There's no way.
I don't understand. Like, does your brain have any power left?
There's no way you were functioning.
2 hours?
You're up 22 hours.
Ooh.
Are you on something?
Yeah, you're not gonna live long.
No,
because
you are cutting your life short.
Yeah, no. I like to wake up around between 9 and 10 on my weekends, and I like to sit in the bed for a little bit, do a little bit of phone scrolling, send any text messages, scroll up and down Instagram a little bit.
Yeah.
Call anybody I need to call in the morning before I get up a shower.
Nah, I ain't calling nobody.
Well, I have family members that I call regularly.
I got you. My brother will call me at like 7:30, 8 o'clock some days, and I'm like,
oh, that's too early,
bruh. And he's up early because he's military, so by 6 o'clock he's up, bright-eyed, bushy tail.
I wish I could be that person. Sometimes I wish I could be the like 6:30 a.m. person. You have so much more of your day.
True, but I don't have nothing to say. And then he just
nothing's happened.
The whole conversation. And at that time, it's either somebody done pissed him off, and now he's telling me. So now I'm getting myself revved up. So for the rest of the day, I'm gonna be on 10, or I'm just gonna be like, all right. He said what? Oh, okay. Well, okay. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm more coasting when I'm like that, but when he's like, yeah, me too. Just know if I'm at work and somebody pissed me off at 8 o'clock in the morning, or the phone rings at 8:30, and I'm just like, we just got here, and you already calling me with the bullshit. The whole day is messed up.
My favorite is when you get text messages or phone calls at like 8 a.m. and they're just like, what are you, like, how's your day been?
It just started.
I mean, you started it actually because I was asleep.
Started. I don't know how my day is, but I know what my dream felt like that you interrupted.
Yeah.
Or, I was hoping it had to be a good day, and then you jinxed it.
I was hoping it'd be a later start to the day, but you ruined it. Yeah.
Oh, what do you have planned for today? It's Saturday morning.
I'm guilty. I just said that this morning to somebody, but I sent it at like 11 a.m. I didn't send it at 8 a.m.
Don't send it at 7:30 talking about what do you have planned for the day. I planned on staying in the bed till about at least 9 o'clock.
You know what's funny is I texted 3 different people this morning, and all three, including you, all 3 of you were like, "Yeah, I'm still in bed." So that means all 4 of the people, all 4 of us, were just all in bed texting each other.
I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, it is that time. Let me get up. Let me start getting myself ready for the day.
It's kind of funny.
Because sometimes when you just don't have anything to do, you just want to just lay around. And some weekends I don't have that option.
Right.
For the past month, I hadn't had that option because I was always working on the weekends. And so now that I have a break, I'm like, ooh, I don't have any homework because I did all my schoolwork early this week because I'm trying to be diligent in this. 3 more quarters and I'll be done. Why did I even think about going back for my doctorate?
Child, I thought about that myself. I said, I already have a doctorate and a master's. Why am I thinking I now want to get a doctorate in business? But
I don't know where that idea came from today when I went to go grab me some breakfast. I guess it was the hunger in me. I was like, do I want to keep this going?
I think it's like when you really actually enjoy your subject material that you are then more willing to keep wanting to do more.
But I was like, well, what will I do with a doctorate in business for sports management? I mean, other than being an athletic director.
You know, yesterday I had to take this class for work, right? And after the class, I couldn't stop thinking about the class. Like I kept analyzing people's faces because that's what part of the class was. And I was like analyzing people, and I was just like, dang, maybe I do actually like this. I didn't used to like it because I didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I understood it really well yesterday that I was like, should I mean, I'm not going to go back, but part of me was like, maybe I would have gone back and done this. Now I understand why people went into it.
Deciding on like injectable,
like their skeletal form and stuff. I was like, because I think I'm still figuring out what I love about my career, like the what subject I like the most, and every day it changes a little bit. But yeah, it was just kind of just you just never know. Sometimes you just get really into something and then you realize that like maybe that's really what you like.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be sitting around writing dissertations.
That is true.
Doing research.
That is true.
And having to have a subject matter of whatever it is that I wanted to do, and then having to sit and wait to see if my dissertation is going to be accepted. And I don't like writing.
No. And plus, we're trying to teach y'all a class. We don't have time to take our own class. Just saying.
Yeah.
But because that was another thing last night. I was like, dang, I still really want to open up a sports bar, like a women's sports bar. I would still love to do that, but I need the capital. I need an investment person. I need a architect. I need a location. I need a project management team.
Like I actually have somebody that could do that, but then it's like, do I even want to go into business with this person? Because then if I do, then it's
and then I have to get out a loan for it, and then. But I would love that. I would love. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like there's a lot of ideas up here. This morning I had another idea. I was talking to my mom. Sorry, I think I have ADHD at times, but I was talking to my mom this morning, and I was like, she was telling me about something, and she was like, "Oh, I wish they had that." And I was like, "See, this is a great idea. I wish we could put these things into fruition rather than just like having the idea." You just
gotta do it.
You just have to have a team to help you.
Do you need a team?
You do, because like I don't have the money to build these financial things.
Pitch the idea.
Yeah, I need investors.
Go to a pitch party, and then just find people to give their money to.
Because
silent partners.
Because I could do the designing, like I can do a lot of those things, but like actually building the building or like
now that
like that kind of stuff I like can't do, you know. I can't even do Habitat for Humanity. I was too scared to build a house. So like, yeah.
Oh God.
So I'm horrible at I've gotten a lot better at building things
Well,
over the years. But
hopefully you wouldn't be the one hammering and nailing and putting the
yeah,
foundation in that
yeah,
house.
yeah. But that's what
We
I'm saying.
can
Like some of those kind of things, like I would need help on. I couldn't do it all, obviously, but like
we'll just
you
get
know,
like
sometimes I just have the ideas, but I'm just like I don't know. I know the idea, but I don't know how to get from the idea to the execution, and that's where
that's why we have Chat GPT.
yeah, I
It
guess
can
so.
do it for you.
Yeah,
You
I guess
just
so.
tell them what you want, and it just
Maybe that's the case because I got 3 ideas brooming in here, and I don't know how to do any of them.
Chat GPT.
I want to open a bar. I would have opened a restaurant with amazing, delicious South Indian food that no one else is selling at the moment. And then I wanted to build like a retirement living facility for actually, why am I telling you all of my ideas? Y'all are gonna take it.
I was about to say, why are you
Yeah,
telling
why am I
people?
telling you all of my ideas?
So you're gonna be mad when somebody take your idea, and
Yeah.
then you're like, damn it,
It's okay.
I said it.
Most of the ideas I just said, I gave you just some basic info, so a lot more of it is still right here. But yeah, sometimes I just think I'm like, dang, I'm just too creative to just be sitting at a 9 to 5 job or 8 to 5 job.
I mean, it's just you just gotta go out there and you gotta do it.
Yeah,
You
I
put your
gotta
mind
act
to
on
it.
the actual business degree
Just
that I
like
got.
the things that you've already accomplished, you went out, you set for it, you did it. This is the same thing too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
I think
just
I need
perfect timing.
I think some of that stuff I just need a partner, and I don't mean romantic partner. I just meant like a
You need
financial
somebody to be
or
like,
business partner.
push,
Yeah,
let's do it.
yeah, yeah.
So we can things like that is I don't see how it's not feasible.
It's fun to think about because then it's like you really get into some of these things, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is actually really possible.
Yeah. But
Um,
we can
and time about
I
that.
think bars are not hard because there's so many things that you can do that's cost efficient.
Uh huh.
Just like they do mini houses and tiny homes.
Yeah. I mean, it really is honestly just like finding your location, finding a building, and then
Making sure you
renovating
got
or
people
designing.
that got their ABC license who knows how
Right.
to make
Your permit,
drinks,
your business license, your alcohol license, your
come up with crazy names for drinks,
get a good chef,
toppers,
mixologist, whoever it be. Yeah.
simple things, bar food,
Yeah.
fries,
Truffle
chicken
fries are a
nuggets,
must.
deep fried
With some good
Oreos.
garlic aioli.
Just certain things that would go that will pair well with the drinks that
Yeah.
you're
That's
having.
true.
So
That's true. That is feasible.
people like to eat and people like to drink. So
And people like TV. I don't like going to restaurants. This is a hot take of mine. I don't like going to restaurants where they don't have TVs. I think you should always have a TV in your restaurant because I sometimes want to watch the game. And I don't want to watch them.
fine dining. You can't be fine dining with the TV if you're looking in your
Well, I
your
don't mean
best.
like just like around the restaurant, but I meant like at the bar.
But it's fine dining. They're
I
not
know.
gonna want to.
I know.
The TV will take away from the aesthetics of taking yourself away from that and actually being in the moment with that person if you are there and then whatever the atmosphere is.
I understand. I mean, I understand it.
Or maybe have like a separate room for that if you want to.
Yeah, like I would just like one TV at a bar. Just one in the restaurant. Just one in the middle so I can watch whatever game is
Do
happening.
you know how many people would try to be right there where the TV is? And the other parts, that would be
True, but
difficult.
you're hoping that people are there for the time rather than the TV, like I would be. I mean, you know, I go to this restaurant a lot. People are literally on their phones watching the NBA games because they don't have a TV there.
But you know, a lot of people would sit at that particular spot and not pay attention to the TV. So then
True.
it's just like,
Maybe
well,
they
why
could
are
just
you
have
right
one.
here knowing that people actually want to watch the TV when you're supposed to be on the other side where you want to be able to engage and talk and not.
Maybe they
But,
could just have a
you know.
big TV in like one room, like you said, and then that way everyone in that dining room can watch it. And then
Just like, okay, we have a little sports area if you want to take it over there, a little speakeasy.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a little bit of a controversial take, but that's just my take. I think every restaurant or bar should have at least one TV within the location.
I don't think Ruth Chris or STK is gonna want to have TVs.
Yeah, I mean like
Or what B. Well, anywho, I'm not naming all the fine dining restaurants.
and another hot take, instead of playing boring ass music, the same playlist all the time in your restaurant, why don't you get a DJ? Maybe a live DJ on one day a night, or something. Because I go to this restaurant every week and they play the same damn playlist every week, and I'm so tired of listening to these songs with no music, or sorry, with no words, and it's like EDM songs that I can't hear anywhere else, and I can't even look them up because it's just like bop 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 bop. How do I Shazam that? So I just really want to like. I think it'd be nice if they have like a DJ that like especially these places where you have such a popular bar where people are coming to converse and everything. Let's just have a DJ once a week. They just play for like 2 hours.
But then the DJ might be playing music that majority of the people don't want to hear. And then you got to think about different people coming in. They're going to be complaining, the music is too loud. Do you mind if you can do that? You know, you got the Karens.
I know.
And the Kens.
I think it depends on the restaurant though.
Yeah.
Because like the one that I go to, like I think it would be even more poppin' if they had a DJ. Some, like, once again, I don't expect Roots Chris to have a DJ, but like there are some places that I just think that like a lot more restaurants are incorporating DJs now into their restaurants, is what I've noticed. And it's the ones that are trying to be cool and hip, and like you have a good dining experience, but you also listen to really good music at the same time.
Yeah.
And you have your DJ like close to your bar. So, not saying it for every place, but there are some places that are really trying to appeal to like the young, like millennial crowd. Yes.
Y2K and
Yeah.
beyond.
Yeah. And so I feel like that could be like a nice, because I've been to a few places. I went to this place in Nashville that I loved. It was an Italian restaurant, and every other hour or something they pass out like limoncello shots for free. Oh. But they have a DJ who is back at his booth, back near the bar, and he was playing music all night, but it was not loud that I felt like I couldn't eat my dinner. It wasn't like overpowering that I felt like was too, frustrating. I couldn't hear my friends or anything. It was such a fun vibe. And when they pass out these shots, they make everyone take the napkin and they like
throw it in
go like this and throw it in the air for like while everyone's doing that. And then the DJ just like kept playing his music, and it was a really, really fun time. And so I just think that like some places
they can incorporate
something like that. If you're trying to get your people to be more, your patrons to be more interactive and engaging, I think it's a nice touch for some of these places.
It goes into marketing.
Yeah. And it, like I said, it depends on the type of restaurant, the type of crowd you're trying to bring in.
Yeah.
It depends on a lot, but I think it's a nice vibe, and I see it in Nashville. Every place I went to, they even had DJs at brunch. Like everywhere I went in Nashville.
I think at certain times of the night you can go ahead and do that.
And I've seen like day parties where they've had like happy hour events, with DJs,
or whatever day, could be this day, whatever the theme may be. Yeah. So it could work. It just depends.
Or like a rooftop bar, get a DJ out there. Stop playing your boring playlist.
Yeah. It all depends on who you have in management that would actually appeal. And your marketing and all that stuff. So
business.
That could be something you could do.
That's what I'm saying. I got the degree. I just need the finances and everything else that comes along with it.
Put it into fruition. It'll come.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. You said listen.
Yeah, basically this is just us talking about how we think about things in the daily life, in the daily world. And I don't have much. There is I have something.
Okay.
Yesterday I went to the restaurant again, and really good. But there was a guy that was sitting next to us yesterday, and he didn't talk to us much, but like we just like looked over. His drink looked really like appealing, so we're just like, oh, like what are you drinking? That looks very good. Like maybe we'll order one, right? So he said that, and then he was like, yeah, and then he just said it was just really, really basic level small talk, nothing crazy. And then he like was with his friend, and then he got up and he was like, okay, yeah, like we're heading out. You guys have a great night, And
that was though he was.
No, well, like it was fine. Like,
okay.
It was really fine. We weren't trying to hit on him. He wasn't trying to hit on us. Okay. Like it was just Like he was like with his friend eating his dinner, and we were the ones who were just like, "Oh, what are you drinking?"
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, that's what this is that." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't come here that often because I live here."
Oh okay.
And we were like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then we went on with our conversation, and he went on with his. Like it
Gotcha.
wasn't anything. But then there were certain points where like maybe we'd both see something, so we'd be like, "Oh, did you see that?" Like nothing, small talk at the bar. But then he finished his dinner, his drinks, and he was with his friend, and so they were both like, "All right, well, like we're heading out. Y'all have a great night, right?" And then he left us his business card. He said, "Have a great night. If y'all need anything, here's my business card."
What's the business card?
It was literally his business card
What
of
kind of
like,
business?
oh,
Uh oh.
I didn't understand what it said. It said something about commercial something, but then at the bottom it said residential.
You mean like commercial
It wasn't
realty?
real estate. It was I didn't understand what it was. So
Hmm.
I my friend put her gum in it and threw it away.
Oh,
But
dang.
she's like, "Are you gonna need this?" I was like, "No, because I don't really understand what it is." It just said commercial something. It wasn't banking, it wasn't finance, it wasn't real estate. But then below it he said residential advisor. I didn't really understand what he did.
Mm. People be
But
coming
it
up
was
with
his name
anything.
on it, and it had his like business information, and then it had his like phone number and email and fax and all that stuff. Like it was truly just his like
Business.
business job card.
Yeah.
And I've had one other guy give me a business card before. He On the business card there was a QR code. And like my business card has a QR code, but it's a QR code to our website.
Mm-hmm.
His was a QR code so that if you scan it, it automatically saves your number in your phone. It saves your contact in your phone.
His contact?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have seen some people do that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of asking for or asking if it's okay to exchange numbers and stuff, they'll hand you that and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't give me no QR code with your number because
I don't want to just save your number.
I don't even know you.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know your name.
that was gonna be my question. That's why I brought it up. Is how do we feel about a guy giving you a business card versus asking for a phone number slash social
Number.
media page?
I would rather you ask because you can hand me a card and I'm just like, what am I gonna do with this
Correct.
information? Because I don't trust QR codes like
Correct.
that because I can do that and next thing you know, you got my card information, you got my bank information, my whole damn life, and now my identity is gone. So
I don't think
don't
I
give
like
me
the whole business card thing. I
no.
think if I'm talking to
That's it.
someone, I would much rather you just be like, "Hey, here's my number if you ever need it." Or, and I think we've talked about like, do you prefer getting someone's Instagram versus number? And I definitely prefer getting someone's number because if I
Yeah,
ever plan to not talk to them again, I can just delete them.
right.
They don't have any access to my life.
Yeah, I don't want to be I don't want anything to reoccur and show me who you are when I'm like,
Because I have a friend who prefers getting Instagrams, and now I'm kind of like, I don't actually like that because now they have a
you got to
into my life.
see my
They know what I'm
pictures.
doing. I don't.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. If that is the first thing that you ask me before my number, I'm going to tell you like this I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Let me be the one to tell you, like, hey, I have an Instagram page. Well, what's yours or something? Like, can we have a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
uh dialect to
Right.
be able to decide if we want to exchange that part because that's me that's a little bit more intimate
Correct.
stuff and then I don't know if you gonna just take my pictures and start plastering it all, get a billboard because some people are crazy, get mad, and then they got this big ass ad up with somebody's pictures talking about, hey, we'll do this for money. Don't do that revenge shit. I've seen people do that. I don't like that.
Mm.
So don't add my picture like, yeah, she's a part of the team now. No, I'm not. I haven't gone through the draft. I haven't even put my bid in to say that I want to, enter into a draft or whatever kind of draft that you have. No, I don't want to be in your top five.
Mm.
I didn't ask for all of that. So ask me for my number. And then if I decide to give you that, cool.
Actually, you know what I like? I like when the guy says, "Here, let me give you my number." Because then I have the power and responsibility to message them if I choose to.
Right. You can do that.
I like that better.
Or, at least let me feel like there is something that we have to be able to say, okay, I don't mind talking to you later.
So one time,
give you a Google number.
One time I met this person, and like we like spent a long time that night just like talking the whole time. And then when I went home, I texted because I hadn't messaged him at all because, like I said, he gave me his number.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I got home, I messaged him because he was like, just tell me. I mean, he was like, I hope I see you again, whatever. But he had forgotten he had given me his number. So when I got home, I messaged him and I said, hey, like I made it home safely, like had a great time talking to you or whatever. And he wrote back and he was like, oh my God, thank God, I'd never thought I'd hear or see you again. Because he forgot he had given it to me before we like at the beginning of the conversation.
That means you give out your number to a lot of people that you don't remember who you give your number out to.
Maybe so. But also it had turned into a really long night because we like were at the bar for a really long time. Like we both got there probably at like 6 and we were there till midnight. So like it was
I mean,
so I can understand him forgetting because we had been there for so long.
Yeah.
But
don't hand me no business card, because to me, I feel like
I don't like the business card.
That's a whole move.
Yeah, I don't like the business card.
I feel like you too friendly giving out your contact information, and you've been doing this for a while, and now
it's expensive. Business cards are expensive to get those back again.
You can go to Vistaprint and get like 300 of 1,000 of for like $20.
Yeah, well, it depends on like how much you invest in your business cards, I guess. But also, it's just kind of like a waste. Like people are not the type. We're so cashless now. We don't like carrying things and holding things and carrying your business card. Just put it in my phone. Let me take a picture of it, and it'll just be in my phone. And I would much rather prefer that than carrying your business card.
I'm not keeping no picture of your business card.
I mean, if that's what you really want.
No flyers. I don't want them damn flyers.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm scoring on the whole handing me stuff.
Yeah, Evite is fine.
Don't give me no flyers.
Send me an invite. Unless it's your wedding invitation. Right. I actually like paper wedding invitations.
Yes, because those are good mementos. Those are good to keep.
I have a ton on my fridge, and I had someone come over the other day, and they were like, "Whoa, you."
She really does, y'all.
I have a lot. My entire fridge is just wedding invitations, and then like bridesmaid photos of like, "Will you be my bridesmaid?" Save the date. Yeah. Thank you cards. Yeah, my whole fridge is just all of that.
Yeah.
I'm running out of space.
It's a lot, y'all.
Yeah, I have a lot. One time I had a maintenance man come like fix something in my apartment, and he was like, "You have a lot of friends." I was like, "I'm not bragging, but yeah, look at all the invites." But that's how I remember I have someone's wedding. Well, now I put it in my phone, but when I didn't have many to begin with, I was like, "Oh, this is cute," and I started putting them all in my fridge. But now it's just out of hand. Now it's just gotten out of hand. I got to start throwing some of them away. I had to throw some away. Now I'm like, if they gave me a save the date, a thank you card, a wedding card, a baby shower, if I got all of those from you, then I pick one. Right. And I put you on the fridge. I would throw the other ones out.
You put it in like a little scrapbook or something.
Yeah.
Scrapbook stuff.
I mean, yeah, I could. I could.
Y'all still do that? I don't know.
I used to when I was a kid. Like 6. Like a literal kid.
I'm not scrapbook. I was not that kid.
And then I was in yearbook when I was in middle school and high school. No. Yeah, middle school and high school. So I used to do like yearbook layouts and stuff. So then I would kind of do a little bit of that, I guess. Because I would buy magazines and like put photos and then I'd put captions and stuff. Because you'd have to like show your teacher your layouts of like this is what you want your yearbook layout to be and like what all that stuff. So
gotcha.
It's not technically scrapbooking, but close.
Kind of sort of. Okay.
Yeah. But I do collages. I used to have when I was in college, I bought 4 poster boards and I printed out a ton of pictures at like Walgreens or CVS. And I cut all of them up or I stuck all of them on these 4 poster boards. and I put them all on my wall in my apartment when I was in like college and grad school. And then I put my name up on my wall and so same thing. I had a maintenance man come and he just like looked at all the pictures and was like, wow, you know. But now I'm boring and I'm just waiting for my long term place. So then I haven't done a lot of that.
Yeah. Decorate.
Do yeah. I want to do like a nice, like, I still kind of feel like I have a little kind of like college looking apartment, but I want to like decorate it nicely, like an adult decoration. But I'm just waiting for a more permanent place.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's me. That's why I haven't put up anything in mine.
Yeah. It's like I still have nothing on my bedroom wall.
It's just white walls everywhere.
Yeah. But you also haven't been here that long. I have been in my place for almost 10 years.
True.
So, true. I mean, I have some stuff on my walls, but it's not the way that I would want. I have like a random poster I got from Walmart 20 years ago on like one of my walls. You know, like I want it to be like nice and adulty and homey. Yeah. I just don't want to spend effort and money into something that I don't, like I said, is not
yeah, fun. And then it's an apartment, so then you have to spend money to fix it because then you want your deposit back.
And... yeah, I'm just waiting. Hopefully not long, but I'm just waiting.
Yeah. But yeah. Cool. So yeah, y'all, we just been yapping. We're probably gonna be yapping on a lot of episodes. Cause we don't really have nothing to really talk about. Unless something come up that one of us has had, some event.
Yeah, I mean, I think like because we do this weekly, it's like even though we don't necessarily think events have happened, somehow they still do. I freaking went to Cinco de Mayo, had a great time. I didn't even talk about that. They had like a block party happening and they were giving out cotton candy. They had people on stilts, they had fire spitters, they had bouncy houses. Great time.
I was at home doing schoolwork. That was my May 5th.
Yeah. Yeah. And then May 4th was Star Wars Day. I didn't do anything for it, but I have. Yeah.
It was a lot of people made the 4th.
I have 2 people that I know whose birthdays are that day, so had to do those shout outs.
Happy birthday, y'all.
Yeah.
Happy belated.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it's just like week to week we have things that happen. And so until you guys actually show up and show out and tell us what you want to hear, we're just going to talk about what we want to talk about. So
yeah, because I mean it's our show.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But yeah, so anyway, but seriously though, everyone have a really nice time with your mothers, with your family members, with your friends, your loved ones. And you know, we have mother figures in our lives, even if they aren't our biological mothers. So make sure you also tell those people that you appreciate them.
Yes.
And I guess we'll catch you next time.
Until then, y'all.
Until then, keep bitching and keep listening.
Bye.
Bye.